Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the 2 a.m. Tech Talks with me, KDC.
Me Pippadoodle.
Yay, this is the first one. This is the first podcast we tried to do. So, really, what are we thinking it's going to be? Just us talking about games and other technology news. I think that's going to be quite interesting.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think it keeps in style with what people want to see from us and kind of like
Yeah.
what our audience would like to see, because
Yeah.
obviously we're in a gaming background and stuff, so
Yeah.
it kind of
I
makes
think
sense.
I think really from us as well is like this is more of a laid back kind of us what you don't see off camera, kind of just us talking rather than us being really hyper on a video game on stream or. So it's a different kind of content from us really.
Yeah, I think it's important just to see, to experience different type of mediums, because I think podcasts can just be a real nice outlet for us, as
Yeah,
well as
110%.
it's just kind of separating us from our Twitch channels a little bit, and actually
Yeah,
just
you get to know
speaking.
us more as people and like see what kind of we talk about in terms of our interests.
Yeah,
So
our interests, our passions, and then
yeah.
obviously we kind of want to have some viewer interactions as well on Twitch, on Twitter and stuff, and getting questions in and all that.
Yeah. So as the podcast grows, it's gonna be a lot more interactive for you guys, for example. So that for me is gonna be really good. Can submit questions and stuff. But for the first one, we've sat here and thought them on our own. So you should be quite proud of us.
With very little preparation, let's be honest.
Yes, more of a 20-minute chat about what we might talk about. So we'll go with it.
We'll just keep her going.
We'll just keep her going. Right. So, Cold War beta.
Oh,
this was a thing that has happened in the gaming community. Obviously, came out on PC.
Yeah, not too long ago on the weekend.
Yeah. Thoughts? Like, you played it a lot more than me. I didn't play it as much as you did.
Yeah, I did play it quite a lot. Yeah. And my initial thoughts was that this is the most disappointing Call of Duty of all time. I'm not gonna lie. And people were telling me like, oh, like you're just overreacting. Like,
Pippa was not a happy man.
I was not a happy man. The movement, like even now, okay, the game has grown on me. Like, let's just put that past us. The game has grown on me, but that movement. The movement is the worst thing, in my opinion. That is so bad.
I will agree with you on that one. The big issue for me was the movement. I just, we've, especially me anyway, is I feel like we're coming from a game that the movement is so... I like the movement on Modern Warfare. The game gets a lot of slate, but the movement itself... is really nice. It's fast, it's clean, and for me that's my favorite thing about the game.
Yeah,
is the movement. I hate the guns. I hate half of the stuff in the game, but the movement's quite clean. Whereas I feel Cold War's just a bit...
It's clunky. It's really clunky.
I feel like I'm in a Juggernaut suit when I'm not a Juggernaut, and then when I am a Juggernaut, it's not good. The game itself has really good potential.
Yeah, yeah.
I hate that map with the sand.
Oh,
with the passion. I am sick of getting sniped. The spawns on that are awful. But actually, the game itself, the guns feel nice. It's the movement, it just doesn't feel... It feels like the game itself took a big step forward with Warzone and has got everyone I know, even like IRLs that aren't even in the gaming community, want to play this game. And it's gone all the way to there, to the point that everyone wants to play it again. But then it's took a step back because people thought this isn't as good.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are saying like this feels like an older card, which for some people find it kind of nostalgic and nice sort of thing. But it feels like it is an old card which has taken that step back, and it's and when you're comparing it to like Modern Warfare, I don't think it's nowhere near as good.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. I think I'm gonna get slated for saying this. I'm not a big fan of how it looks.
No, I don't. I don't think it looks that great.
I think, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the graphics, you know, and especially with the thing with it is we want the nostalgic gameplay in terms of boots on the ground kind of play, not all the jetpack shit that they brought out. But we don't want what feels like could run on an Xbox 360.
Yeah. No, I get that.
And the game itself really has potential. You know, the gun, like I said, the guns feel good. They're sorting out the balancing of the guns quite well. For me personally, I just thought the movement was a bit crap, and a bit dry. I just didn't. I enjoyed playing it, but it's not something I think I could play every day, which is what I can play of Warzone.
Yeah, I could play Warzone every day. Like maybe not as of like maybe yesterday, absolutely. But as of lately, like before yesterday, I don't think I was feeling a bit stale, sort of thing, from it all. But it's a Cold War is a strange game. Because it hasn't been polished yet, and already, even in the beta, it's still in the beta stage, and there's already hackers in the game.
Yes.
I don't know if you've actually seen that.
Yes, I have, and that's a thing that they really need to work on.
Yeah, even from, but that's even a problem that Modern Warfare has still now. Like hackers are still like.
I would rather them not do the season thing and put a great anti-cheat in to make it fair playing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Than keep it.
Yeah.
You know, it's infuriating as well. Is the game itself's quite competitive. Like I can't really play the game, especially Warzone, for leisure. I can chill out on it, but realistically, you know, when you get to that final circle, you want to win. You know. And the thing with it is, I feel like sometimes when you get killed by a hacker, it's so infuriating.
Yeah.
Because I'm there and I'm like, I'd have won that if you didn't have aimbot.
Yeah, or if you didn't have.
It's got to a point now where people just think, well, if I can't beat them, join them. And you know, you're seeing a lot more in the community, COD community anyway, of like professional streamers and stuff hacking, and it's just gonna go down a slippery slope, really. That it'll be hard for them to get back out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Without, you know, and anti-cheat is needed in that game. Needed.
Yeah.
Apex has it. Even Fall Guys has it. You know?
Yeah, even Fall Guys. Like, for God's sake.
I mean, actually, hacking in that game was dreadful for a while.
Yeah.
Every man and his dog was flying about. Literally.
Oh my God. It's an incredible. It's just incredible that they haven't put an anti-cheat in, even on Modern Warfare, after so long of people complaining and. Like no one wants it, but like you said, if you can't beat them, join them. Kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, you know, personally, I never, ever would hack on a video game.
No.
I just don't see the point. I'm not good at COD. Me and you can both happily say to each other that we are not the best at COD.
Oh no!
Right?
Yeah.
But we enjoy playing it, And even when our 1.3 KD arses are coming up against hackers that are dropping 35 to 40 kills a game, in our lobby, you know, SBMM's a thing as well, which controversially, I don't know. What's your opinion on SBMM? See, most COD people want it removed, and I see why. I do see why. I see both sides of the argument. I see them use SBMM to rank everyone up, so everyone's on a level playing field. Which, in return, like for people like me and you who aren't amazing at the game, gives us a fair opportunity of winning it rather than getting pub stomped.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But in that same respect, is them people who go in and pub stomp and have got 3, 4, 5 KDs don't want to every single game have to sweat.
Yeah.
And I think the only way around that is ranked play. Really.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like it has been a massive argument whether or not Cold War should have it. Because there has been such a nuisance kind of thing.
It is annoying.
Yeah,
it is an annoying thing. Is you can't, you know, for players like that, you can't physically relax. But I think in some respect, for players like me and you, it gives us an opportunity of actually for a war zone where one team only wins. If you've got a team of 5, 6 KD players at the end versus me, you, and a couple of our mates, we're not winning it. You know, it's just a fact. It's not happening. So I think that for me is a good reason to have it. But I do agree that I think it should be ranked play rather than it be forced on you.
No, I do agree with that. I think but then again, yeah, I see it from the other perspective. Absolutely.
110%. I see it from all perspectives.
Yeah,
it's a thing that I think should be ranked played. But I can see why it's forced on you, so that it gives everyone a fair opportunity every game. But then I also see this in the same respect that it gives people who are really good at the game a bit of it give them an unfair advantage on people like us, you know? Because if I come up against a Vic Star or something in a game, realistically, he's killing me.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah, but I do think it should be ranked play. Do definitely agree it should be ranked play.
Yeah.
On the topic of COD, the new Halloween thing's come out, which I actually really like.
I really like it, and I think most people really, really like it. Because I was watching before recording this, I was watching Jaff. And,
yes, I was watching Jaff actually as well.
And he seems to be having the time of his goddamn life on that game.
So fun.
Yeah.
That Zombie Royale is great.
Yeah.
I played it a little bit last night when I got home. But I think, like, tonight, obviously, I'm going to be streaming it, and the thing with it is I'm really excited to stream it. I usually don't like streaming Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But that Zombie Royale looks really fucking fun.
It is. I streamed it last night, and I enjoyed it. I think there's still, like... I think maybe it might just be on PC. It might be because I've got a ray tracing on or something. But when you're transitioning from like an indoor place to an outdoor place, it is impossible to see anything outside because it's in the dark, obviously.
Yeah, I quite like the fact that obviously all the lights are on in the buildings.
I love that. Yeah.
It basically stops campers.
Yeah.
Because we were playing earlier, I was playing with a couple of my friends on the the dark one, the trios where it's just like nighttime.
Yeah, trick or trios.
Yeah, trick or trios, that one. And we were inside police station near the near airport, and we'd gone there to go get a loadout, and the only thing was that the team could see us through the windows and we couldn't see them.
Yeah.
So they were shooting us. Like, I actually can't see this guy.
Yeah,
I can't see him. I can't see him, and I'm there like this at my monitor, like looking for him.
Okay, yeah, because like I don't know if you've experienced this yet, but when you open certain chests, it might give you a jump scare.
I haven't experienced it, but I've seen clips on Twitter, and it is amazing.
Because amazing. I wasn't expecting it, right? So I open the chest, and then just this woman screams in my ear, and this thing just pops up out of my screen. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a good thing. I actually really enjoy it. I think it gives a bit of difference to what it's usually like every day.
Well, it's like, because I think COD has just been so serious because of like all the competitions and all of this and all of that for so long, and it's quite refreshing just to have something fun for a change, just to do.
Yes, I agree. And like, it's brought back the kind of meta of the season 1, 2 kind of. Everyone runs cold-blooded because every man and his dog has a thermal snipe. Which I think is quite funny.
Yeah.
Because I was playing earlier, and quite frankly getting carried by Potts and a few of the other lads.
Yeah.
And I picked up some guns on the floor. I was like, why is everyone using thermals? And I quickly realised why. Because everyone's just dying to them. So
yeah.
Which I think is quite. I've really enjoyed it, and I think it brings on to other things like what they're going to do for Christmas.
Yeah, absolutely. What are they going to do for Christmas? Like, could the map just be covered in snow and like will it be like, instead of rocks in the gulag, it's snowballs in the gulag?
Yes, it's gonna be sick.
That would be so sick.
Much they can do with that. Like, there's already snow in the game.
Yeah.
Like around dam and stuff like that. Now, what I really want to see is like a snowfield there or something. We can throw fucking snowballs at each other.
That would be so. Imagine,
you can guarantee for a fact that some people would just go there and not shoot each other. Whoever wins the snowball fight wins the game.
Imagine deployable cover, but the deployable cover is just a snow wall, little snow wall. Like, that would be so funny.
Well, it's a thing Fortnite did for a while. With like I think they did for Easter. They made a grenade launcher that launched Easter eggs. Which I thought was a really cool thing. Like, imagine, you're there and you've got white tracer rounds, but it's snowballs coming out of your gun.
Oh, that would be so sick. Because there was that 16-bit tracer rounds, which at the moment, those are like my favourite looking tracers on the game.
Yes. Yeah, they are good.
Yeah,
it's going to be a good. I think COD has evolved recently into the new market. There's a lot of IRLs that I know that a few years ago, obviously, I've still been into COD, and they've just been playing FIFA or playing NBA or something,
Yeah.
And that's really brought them back, and you see them old things of like what happens in Xbox chat on a Friday night or something. Friday, Saturday night, I am sat there with my IRLs playing video games.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened for years.
Yeah.
I think obviously the current situation and climate of the world has influenced that.
Yeah.
But it's been really good.
Yeah, I think it has brought back that sort of Modern Warfare 2 feel of just like playing with your mates and just trying to do fun things together, like just trying out the new Easter eggs or whatever. Like, it's just I'm a big fan of it at the moment. Like I said, I was feeling like it was getting a bit stale, a little bit too try-hardy, and all of this and all of that.
Yeah,
but this feels like it's just eased it up a little bit, and I really like that. I like it.
Yeah, and it's variation. I like what they're doing with the new guns, adding them in. Maybe not so much to the point that they're overpowered, Not a big fan of that. The new sniper was broken for a while.
Oh yeah.
But actually, them adding in these new guns, it's just keeping it fresh, and they've copied Fortnite a little bit, I think.
Oh yeah. But I think like Fortnite is that sort of business template that a lot of companies are just going to be using because it was so successful.
Yeah, for me, Fortnite kind of changed the gaming world a little bit.
With
You've got a free game that's got microtransactions, right? Now that's obviously been a big thing on the mobile scene, and obviously it has been a kind of big thing. But most of the time, the free-to-play games aren't that good.
Yeah. It's sort of like
there's exceptions to that rule.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of exceptions to that rule, but usually your big kind of games like PUBG, FIFA, COD, Assassin's Creed, they're all 30, 40, 50 quid. All your mainstream, not just like what us gamers would play, but what your kind of casual gamer would go out to a game store and buy.
Yeah.
Fortnite changed that in terms of, I'm not a big fan of microtransactions. I will openly avoid microtransactions.
Yeah.
But on that game, I didn't mind spending £5-10 on a skin or something like that because I hadn't paid anything for the game.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where I looked at it and I'd spent 80, 90, £100 on skins and stuff like that. And I think Call of Duty kind of saw that and thought, well, let's make Warzone free. The business strategy they used for that, make Warzone free, make guns overpowered to the point, but you have to unlock them in multiplayer.
Yeah.
So it encourages people to buy the game and then just give aesthetic pleasure. Because I will happily pay for tracer rounds.
Oh yeah, like I'd happily pay for tracer rounds, but I'm like one of those people that did buy the full game.
Oh yeah, I bought the full game. I mean, I bought it on PS4 and I've recently swapped to PC. I'm not buying the game again because I can just turn my PS4 on and play it on that. But
yeah, true.
Yeah, it's good. I've really enjoyed what they've done with the game, and I am looking forward to Cold War.
Yeah, I am as well.
I just think there's improvements that they need to make.
Yeah, if I just have to make another dig at Cold War, is voice chat. The game voice chat is the worst voice chat. It's
dreadful.
It's awful.
I mean, Call of Duty Modern Warfare's voice chat is not that good either. You either can't hear them or can't hear the game. There's no in between of a nice volume level for both. For me, anyway. And I find it quite hard to stream with that as well.
Yeah. It's really annoying.
The game itself is quite good. Like, in terms of the audio is a bit. Sometimes you can hear footsteps, sometimes you can't, and a lot of people do blame that. I mean, I'm not that bothered. I die a lot anyway, so footsteps don't mean much more to me.
Yeah.
But overall, I am actually really excited for Cold War, and I do like what Modern Warfare is doing with the Halloween stuff.
Yeah, I think it's sick, and I think they're going in the right direction with with those sorts of things. Yeah,
I mean, absolutely. One game me and you are both really excited for is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh!
For any of you who are new to the show, well, obviously, or new to me and Pippa, and me and Pippa love Assassin's Creed.
Oh my god!
And right. I can't wait for Valhalla.
I have got that game on pre-order. Literally, when that first trailer dropped, I was like, "Just take my money, please."
The game itself looks sensational.
I'm not. I am not one for like looking at a game and sort of being excited from a trailer standpoint. I'm not one of those sorts of people. I'm more like I gotta play the game to really see what it's about. But when that first trailer hit, I was just so hyped. Like,
Yeah,
it, there,
110%. I
like
agree.
there was just something lit inside me that was like, I need this game as soon as possible.
Yes.
And oh my god, like yeah, when November 10th hits, oh my god, oh my
When
god.
November 10th hits, mate, me and you are. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. That game will be getting completed within a week.
Oh, easy, bro.
Right. And for me, like, I don't know what's your favorite Assassin's Creed, but mine is Black Flag. Now, I might get hate off the Assassin's Creed community for that, but it was the thing with Black Flag for me was that combination of the fact I could be a pirate, and that was the biggest thing. And Valhalla is bringing that element to me back. We're bloody Vikings.
Yes.
And how good is that? Like, the fact we're Vikings and it's not just your typical Assassin's Creed. Now, what I hope that they don't do is something that I think Odyssey made a mistake on. Is I personally think Odyssey's too big.
Yeah.
Now, Black Flag, I really enjoyed the ship battles, and the map wasn't too big. So I'd spend most of my time actually traveling to the place rather than fast traveling, because I really enjoyed the boats and the sailing and the shanties and the battles in the sea, and the fact that you could find random stuff. For me, that was really good. Whereas I think Odyssey made that mistake of, I fast travel all the time in Odyssey because I can't be arsed trekking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I think that I get that they try to model Greece, ancient Greece, Athenians, and Spartans, and I really like that idea.
Yeah.
However, I do kind of think it's too big. It needed to be scaled down just a tad.
I think it's it does need to be scaled down, because like Black Flag is the biggest map, but it's mainly water. Like,
yes, exactly.
So like it sort of kind of reduces the size in a way, kind of thing. Like,
because you're going faster around it, so it makes it feel smaller.
Yeah. But yeah, with Odyssey, there's a few problems that I found with it at first. Like,
I mean, your Atlantis one for first.
Oh, bro, my live stream is chalked, fam. It's so chalked.
I felt when you tried to get in Atlantis and locked yourself out. I felt so bad for you. Bro, I was there and I was like, he literally has to go through all that again.
Bro, 75 hours. That's all I gotta say.
I felt so bad for you.
But I've just gotta start from a certain point again and figure it out.
You'll get it done. You will get it done. Whether or not you'll get it done in
time.
In 20 days. But it'll be interesting.
Well, like the target with completing Odyssey was just to complete the main storyline. Like, that was it. But
I think the game realistically was too big. I mean, I captured most of the holds for Sparta because I liked them.
Yeah.
But I got to a point where I was like, this is the same. I know exactly what's going to happen. There's the same couple of battles. I'm going to have to break into a place and steal something or kill someone. And then we'll have a big battle. I've got to kill a big dude and rinse and repeat. was essentially the thing that happened. Now, obviously, you got the trophies and the new gear and stuff for doing that, but for me, I just didn't find it rewarding enough to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Whereas Black Flag, I 100%ed that game.
Fair enough.
Everything.
Yeah.
I did everything. I found every ship. I killed every bit. Every legendary ship. I did everything in that game. I just did. I didn't. You know, and that was why it was my most enjoyable Assassin's Creed. Is I could sit there and literally play the open world.
Yeah. Yeah.
And be a pirate.
Yeah. I think because I don't have like a definable favorite. I think like as of recently, like my favorite has been maybe Origins.
Origins was good. I will admit Origins was good.
Origins was so good, and I think it got a bit of slack when it came out. I don't know. I think it was kind of unfair because it was different combat style. It was a whole new sort of formula as to what Assassin's Creed is.
They tried to change up. I think Assassin's Creed, you know, the thing with Assassin's Creed is it's very hard to not rinse and repeat, you know?
Yeah.
It's like FIFA. They change a little bit every single year, whereas with Assassin's Creed, realistically, you want to be you've got a whole new world and stuff, and they've got to make the developers anyway, have got to kind of make sure that it's not too similar.
Yeah.
You know, there's only so much they can do with like Call of Duty and FIFA to make it not rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
But Assassin's Creed, anyway, you know, the new map, new mechanics and stuff really changed the game, and for me, that's why I liked Origins.
Yeah, I think Origins was just a breath of fresh air for a change. Yes. It was that new step into new combat system, a new way of telling a story, because you had a lot of different storylines going on, like through side quests, which I think they got quite well balanced, as opposed to Odyssey. Like there's so many storylines and all of this through side quests and the main story and things.
Yeah,
but Origins has quite a beautiful story as well. As like with Barak's Bayek's son and the relationship there with his son and things, and it's like so. I will admit I was like kind of tearing up a little bit at one point. Like it was the first time that a game has actually ever done that for me, anyway. But it was like I thought it was just such a good game, and it was the most enjoyable new experience from a game that I've had.
I think Assassin's Creed are doing really well at the minute. I think there was mistakes made with Odyssey, but that's my personal preference. You know, other people might really like the fact that it was a huge map.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do enjoy just having like so much to do.
Yeah. Whereas for me, as kind of a content side as well, is you know, for me, I want a game to be long enough, the fact that I can do a series for it. But a game not to be too long to the point that it's like a 3-4 month series. You know?
Yeah.
And that was the big thing for me. I'm so hyped for Valhalla.
Yeah.
So hyped. The game itself is beautiful.
Yeah, because I've seen some really kind of recent footage from, I think, IGN maybe or something.
Yeah, and it is sensational.
Like, because like the first footage that came out, I thought this is looking quite like Witcher 3-esque, like with the color palette
I see that.
And all of that, and it was quite dark and gloomy and very vignetted type of thing, and I wasn't too much of a fan of that. But then when that was like kind of more polished, and the trailers were coming out for like these different areas in Anglo-Saxon England and Norway and Scotland and things. I was like, holy crap! It's like there's just so much going on.
Yes.
And just so vast as to what you can explore.
I am so looking forward to the storyline.
Yeah, I'm
so looking forward to the storyline.
And the other thing is that it's not your typical sort of it's an assassin. It's like this is a brutal warrior Viking.
Yeah. There is not a chance I am playing right. I always play as the assassin.
Yeah.
This game, mate. I am getting a big stick and going in and killing everyone.
Mate, there's that thing where you can dual wield weapons and you can dual wield fucking shields. Like,
yes, it is going to be insane. I am buzzing for this game.
And the other thing is, you can also have a pet cat.
I didn't know that.
That is what I am so hyped for. I am getting myself a cat. You can get your own dog as well. Yeah,
I'm having a husky. I'm having a big husky.
No, I'm gonna get.
I'll call it Terry and go Terry kill.
Okay, so basically, right. I don't know if I've even told you this. Like, I've got like back at my parents' house, I've got two cats. One's called Missy, which is the little girl.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is called Dave.
That's a great name.
He's got like a
great name for a cat.
He's got like a little white mustache. He's got.
Great name.
He's like the biggest, fluffiest cat, and I just want him in my game on Assassin's Creed. That's my aim.
That's gonna be great. That is going to be really, really good. Honestly, I don't think I've been this hyped for a game for a long time.
Yeah.
I think the last game I was as hyped for was GTA 5.
Yeah.
I was buzzing for that game. I mean, GTA 6 is getting teased, and I can't wait for GTA 6.
Yeah,
I just don't hope they make the same mistake. I just hope they don't make the mistake of what Assassin's Creed Odyssey did and make the map too big. Because again, I don't think they will. Because I've heard obviously online from realistically unreliable sources that it's going to be the entire of America. Now, The Crew 2 did that, but The Crew 2 also had a game that was a car going 200 miles an hour across it.
Right, yeah.
So, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for this game, though.
Yeah. I think GTA 6 could be... Well, like we saw what GTA 5 was all about.
GTA 5 was insane.
It was so
if
good.
You think about it, right, when that game came out for Xbox 360 and PS3, that game back then was realistically, I thought, one of the best looking games that any games released.
Yeah, it was. It
came to next gen, and I was like, oh my god, how bad the graphics were.
Yeah.
And now I'm sat there and I've played it on PC and I'm like, oh my god, how bad the graphics were. But it's going to be so good. I'm hyped for a lot of games at the minute. I'm hyped for Cold War. I'm hyped for Valhalla. There's a lot of good games coming out. Watch Dogs Legion looks good as well.
Yeah, that does look good. I've seen some footage on that, and I think that could be really good. I haven't actually played the Watch Dogs 2. That's one that I need. Like, I've got it on my account, but I just haven't downloaded it yet.
Yeah. I mean, another thing I'm kind of hyped for, and I don't know what your thoughts of this is, iPhone 12.
iPhone 12. Well,
I currently have the 11. I'm not going to be getting the iPhone 12 because there's no point.
Well, I don't have an iPhone 12. I don't have an iPhone.
Oh, you're a Samsung or an Android?
I'm an Android. I'm not a Samsung. I am more of a Huawei guy.
Ah, okay.
It's a bit different. The only reason is because I'm a film student, and I wanted the cameras on the back, and that was the only thing.
The cameras on that are insane.
They're so good, and so I had to do a documentary the other week, and but it was supposed to be filmed on your phone, and it came in clutch so many times. Like, it's so good. But anyway, iPhone 12.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with the iPhone 12, the big thing is 5G.
Yeah.
Big thing. The big thing is 5G. Now, 5G obviously is in complete enrollment in Southeast Asia. Starting to be enrolled in America. More than likely will be in Europe soon.
Yeah.
Now, having that 5G compatible phone, I read online that 5G realistically could be up to speeds of 300 megabytes per second download.
Yeah.
No, which would be insane.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now, my personal thoughts of the iPhone 12 is that I don't want to spend another £829 on a phone, really. It's not something that I want to spend.
Yeah.
I mean, it comes out in a few days.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's 13th of November. I think it's 13th of November. But the design, it looks beautiful. The phone itself looks beautiful. iOS 14's nice. I don't see much difference between the 11 and the 12 other than 5G.
Like, because people were excited to see whether or not we would get a first. Well, we've had an Apple product that has 120 hertz display, and that was the iPad, the most recent iPad. But what people were excited about is whether we were going to get it on the iPhone 12, and people were really disappointed by that.
Yeah.
Now, which is understandable, because I think like 120 hertz or like even just 90 hertz on a phone is like so good, and
110%.
Like, I don't have it on my
my monitor's not even 120 hertz.
Like, I don't have it on my phone because it's a slightly older phone, but I have it on my monitor, and it is not life changing, but it's so good. It is just so good. Like, it's really helpful for gaming, and like just but it's just more so aesthetically pleasing, and man, so good.
And I'm not personally very hyped for the iPhone 12, just because I have the 11. I'm not going to be upgrading, and when I need an upgrade on my 11, will be realistically when the 13 or the 14's out.
Yeah.
And that's when I'll just go for the newest model, keep that for 5 years, and we'll go from there. Now, for me, the biggest thing will be the 5G.
Yeah.
But 5G is really opposed in the UK, especially.
Well, it's really opposed if Huawei installs it, because obviously with the scandals of like data breach and all of that.
Now, I just don't. You see, everyone's hyping the iPhone 12 for its 5G compatibility, but I'm pretty sure Samsung's been 5G compatible for like 4 years. 3 years.
It's something like that. It's been it's mad.
Samsung have been 5G compatible for ages, and there was no hype about that. It's mainly just because it's an iPhone.
Yeah.
And I don't think it. I'm not bothered really much by 5G. I mean, having 300 megabytes per second download on the go would be amazing.
It would be amazing, but like, I don't really download apps through my.
Most of the time, I download stuff. I'm on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't have to take up any space, any data on my package, right? So it's like
exactly. And it's that thing of like, what's realistically at the minute, what is the need?
Like, I I have heard that 5G isn't just with download speed, but it's also relating to augmented reality and
Yeah.
the that sort of time of whether or not it's like the latency of like other people on separate Wi-Fi's to be in augmented reality sort of thing, and to all be interconnected.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, I agree. I completely agree with that.
yeah.
I think for me is my personal use of a phone is phone people, text people, surf social media,
Yeah.
and watch Netflix on the go.
Yeah.
I don't need 300 megabytes per second download to do that.
Yeah.
Realistically, I need about 5.
Yeah.
Just for adequate connection to Twitter.
Yeah.
It's just, and I just don't get the idea of, especially, is anyway, the 300 megabytes per second download has been noted in Southeast Asia. I think America said about 50, they had 53 megabytes per second download on 5G.
Yeah.
That is plenty.
Yeah.
Now, having more is a subtle flex.
Yeah.
But realistically, necessary? At the minute, no. Unless Instagram starts requiring 100 megabytes per second download to see a video.
Yeah.
Or we're getting to a point where there's Netflix is 4K, but then again, your phone's not 4K.
Yeah, it's unless the other hardware makes sense with the 5G, then there's no point to it.
Exactly, and this was what I was saying is like, if you've got a phone that's realistically 1080p at a push, yeah, your phone's more than likely going to be 1080p, 60 FPS.
Yeah.
Why do you want to watch something at 4K?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can only see the 1080. So why would you want to watch it at 4K? And then if it gets to a point where, especially Apple, develop a 4K phone, the price.
Yeah. Oh man, that'll be insane.
It's not, and you can guarantee when that 4K phone comes out, there will be a 1080p version.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it will be £500 cheaper, and everyone will buy that because I'm not asked about watching something in 4K on my phone. If I'm going to watch something on 4K, I'm going to watch it on my TV, because what's the point of watching it on 4K on a screen that's tiny?
Absolutely. I think like it wouldn't, at a stretch, it wouldn't would it work on like on a tablet kind of thing, like 4K
would be amazing, because when I'm watching Netflix in just while I'm in bed, 9 times out of 10 it's on an iPad.
Yeah.
The 1 times out of 10 is when I can be asked to go turn my TV on. Because my TV is behind my setup and I have to unplug it in, and if I'm in bed, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
But the 5G compatibility of the iPhone, I think, a good technology, but it's just, other than that, what you said earlier about the screen and stuff, the camera's probably better quality, which is always the case with the iPhone. I haven't read into the camera too much. You're the camera guy, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, I'm not. There's not. There doesn't look that much difference between the 11 and 12.
Yeah, I don't think that there is, and like the thing is with like camera quality through iPhones or a Samsung, there's really not much difference. Like you're gonna get your money's, well, maybe not your money's worth, but you're gonna get a high-end camera.
Yeah, realistically, you're gonna get a 1080p 60 FPS photo, pushing 4K.
Oh yeah, well, on my Huawei, you can get a raw photo which is higher than 4K. It's like 6,000 by 4,000.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Exactly. But can you see that on your phone?
Oh no, but I can upload it upload it onto my computer and see it.
Yes, you can get a beautiful photo of them.
Yeah.
And really, that's the reason that a lot of camera companies, anyway, is my phone camera is just as good as some mirrorless cameras and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a big camera guy, but I do believe that I've took a photo on my phone and thought that was quite nice.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
yeah.
No, because like we're in. Did you know like we're in a generation where we're taking more photos than any time than any other time period in history, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we're taking like, what is it, like trillions of photos every day or something.
I mean, I've got about 2,000 photos on my phone.
Yeah, same here.
Realistically, there's some of them need deleting because half of them are memes.
Yeah.
But it's
So
it is. I just don't. I like the iPhone 12.
yeah.
Is there much difference? My personal opinion, no. Someone out there will argue that statement.
Oh yeah, of course. And like I'm not really like the biggest expert on iPhones. I'm not really a biggest expert on phones in general, but I think like iPhone doesn't really change that much. It takes little increment steps, while Samsung takes like leaps.
Yes.
Like with
Exactly.
foldable phones and
I was well too nervous to buy that foldable phone.
yeah. I was like, oh, that's looking chalked, fam. That's a bit chalked.
Yeah. It just doesn't look secure. To be quite frank.
Yeah.
You can guarantee you dropped out the wrong angle. And I looked at the price of the screen as well. I was there. I was nah. I ain't dropping that. I mean, there's another thing that has been announced recently, and I want to know. It's something that is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
New jets to revive supersonic travel.
Yeah.
So this is an article I saw at the BBC News, and it was an XB-1 supersonic test plane. It's the first one of its kind since 1968, which was when it was tested by the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
And there's a key sentence that it is summed up as. It was essentially saying that this aircraft catapults you across the world.
Wow, what a sentence! Oh my god!
Catapults. I'm on the website right now. I am trying to find this. I'm gonna Kata. I'm finding the sentence. Right. Okay. So this sentence says that the company's betting that the triple engine. This is a business jet as well. This is a business jet. Yeah. This isn't for realistically probably going to be war for a while. It's not going to be a commercial thing. It says which will catapult a handful of people across the world at 1,000 miles per hour.
Fuck that.
I'm not being funny. I don't want to be catapulted across the world. I don't want to be catapulted.
Yeah.
This essentially, to me, sounds like they're basically putting me in a ship and just going, we don't know where you're going, but we're going to launch you there. And I'm like, nice one, lad. Appreciate that.
Like, we'll just let us know how it goes.
Yeah. The people who were on that prototype best be getting paid some serious money.
Mate.
And, right, say engine failure at 1,000 miles per hour. Realistically, what's happening?
Mate,
like evacuation procedures you see on the Ryanair flight on the way down to the Midland Europe is out of the question.
Mate, like
I ain't getting time to go out with the door, get on my hands and knees, and crawl down. You're dead, lad.
Unless
they give me a fucking parachute and I am trained on a parachute to fly it, I ain't getting on that plane.
No, there's no way you're gonna get me on that plane. It's gonna be like a. Have you ever seen that film Airplane? An Airplane 2?
No.
Oh man, basically there's this part in the film where like this woman's freaking out, and it's like a comedy film, right? So like they're all like everyone's getting really annoyed and pissed off at her because like we're because they're going into space sort of thing, and she's freaking out because of all the turbulence. And just this line of people are just waiting there just to smack her one with like all different kinds of instruments and bats and a gun and stuff. It's like, what? Anyway, and I could just imagine like I'm that woman and everyone wants to beat me.
Yeah. The thing with it, if this becomes commercial, I am definitely not going with a budget airline.
Yeah, Ryanair. No, it's
Ryanair are chalked.
It's chalked, fam.
EasyJet, no. There's a hand. I'll get on like an Emirates flight, for example.
Oh yeah.
No, I ain't getting on because realistically, what will happen is they will keep the original aircraft and just put this supersonic engine on it.
True that, man. Like
this jet is supposed to be flying by 2027, by the way. And in the event of this jet crashing, I actually want to know the safety procedures because what realistically can we do?
Like you wouldn't have time to like put your hands over your head and duck, would you?
Brace for impact. What's the brace going to do? You're hitting the ground at 1,000 miles an hour, mate.
True that.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing with it as well is the way it travels is by sonic booms. So when this thing's flying, it is bloody loud.
Yeah, now, like yeah.
If I'm not being funny, but if I'm walking through a city centre and I hear that, I am ducking. That thing is seriously loud. I don't know if you've ever heard like a fighter jet and how loud they are.
Yeah.
Because they do training over the Lake District quite a lot. And when I've been to the Lake District, you can every now and then you will hear them before you see them, quite frankly. But they're loud.
Yeah.
And they are fuel, not sonic boom powered.
Yeah.
Not catapulting anybody. They're quite fast, very fast, but they ain't catapulting anyone. Them things are going to be really loud, and I want to see what they do with it. I think it's quite interesting.
Yeah, I think it could be really cool.
I mean,
I think it'd be awesome to see.
Yeah, 110%. I mean,
for a split second in the sky.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You'll hear it before you see it, and you won't see it. Yeah, is essentially the thing. I mean, to round today's show up anyway, NBA is getting a lot of stick.
Oh yeah.
For unskippable ads. Now, I think I want to know viewers' opinions on this. Do you want to actually watch an ad in the middle of a game that you've paid 50, 60 quid for? I don't.
And I don't.
However, I don't mind the ads like on the side of, say, it's on the side of the basketball court, on the side of the football court, football field.
Yeah.
Where it's advertising stuff, but it adds that element of realism.
Yeah, it's realistic. That's what they do in real life. Like,
yeah. However, I don't want to watch that on a loading screen because I'll be sat there and it is unskippable as well. You can't, even if your game loads in faster than that ad, you have to watch the ad.
That sucks.
For paying 60 quid for a game, I'm making ad revenue is dirty.
Yeah.
So, viewers, people who've listened to this and got this far, to be quite frank, of the hour, we want to know what you think of the NBA unskippable ads. What's your opinions? Are you happy with it? Are you fine with it? Are you fine if you can skip it? So yeah, we can round today's show off. I think it's been quite good, Pippa. I've enjoyed it.
I've really enjoyed it. I think we'll be here in a couple of weeks or next week or whenever
bi-weekly for now, and we're going to see what happens. But honestly, thank you everyone for listening.
It's been great.
We appreciate your faces, although you can't see. Well, we can't see you. Honestly, thank you so much for listening. I've been KDC,
and I've been Pippadoodle,
and thank you for listening to the 2 AM Tech Talks. Peace.
See ya.